because
both of these teams are so fast.
Yeah, slow pause as well, just the rip waiting for the reaction of PRX. And look at this, there is that reaction. Loud wandering and waiting into mid, trying to go for the double setup, just swinging into it now with the fault line to set this one up. They want to try and take the brawl, and it's a delayed fight, honestly. At 1 minute, who can really call it? This is it, the damage now, finally. Bullets peppering through, and blind as a bat does not matter for cauanzin. There needs to be the response, and it's there. PRX coming out swinging. Heads have been found here, straight to the cranium. The shots, that's a little bit messy. Still, the job getting done. QCK, last one standing. Players are weak, walking right in.
His team out of a rough situation. From top mid, against a tiles crunch, essentially. It's Forsaken, the guy who's been clearly, in my opinion, the best player for PRX.
cauanzin taking a peek and a wonder. Will get at least punished for it. Head taken clean off. Less. 3 peeks. Plays looking away, but a nice double face of PRX, making sure that they clean up those mistakes. And now the smoke's dropped down. More exploration into mid. Only a stinger, so Forsaken can't quite take a peek. But will they clear this corner? The peek angle, saadhak might just be able to react in time. It's not going to push it. It's just holding for it. tuyz anticipating some sort of reaction there. Something now. He's in a forward close position. Lucky to be alive there with the util out into his hands. But finally with the paranoia sent flying. Follow through with Divide. Watching all the appropriate angles and avenues of the plant down 2 versus 2.
Cover going out.
PRX are going to be able to pull a lot of time off the clock here, even if Loud is successful.
In the smoke, flash around the corner, but it's an empty site. Fully evacuated. Wall up. This is cheeky. Divide now has to get a move on, pushing forwards. QCK half on the board, finds the first kill. 1 versus 1. Can he win it? It's a gamble! Has he got it? Time just about. Specialist with that regard. Here we go. Thrash forwards. Wants to take the fight. Stray shots flying through. Pellets for no kill. Only the damage being done. Monyet now fast onto the approach here. Have to cancel that off for a bit of info. Divide. And they have taken tree control. Looking to slip into the back here. Now QCK has a rifle and he's watching for this. No swings yet, just holding for the right time. He's mindfreak with that one, with the pause being called. I mean, PRX, this is a bit of nuance being added into their own gameplay here. 2 left standing, double face into heaven. That was the real threat, which was QCK with that rifle. With him dealt with, it looks like a sealed up, done deal, detained. You might see some knife action swinging around. We won't make the London reference again, but listen.
And a team that's readjusted their expectations. Oh, this is a great idea from PRX. They're making it feel like it's a full A main exec, and they've got Monyet so deep into the tree already. Faking as if everybody's coming towards A main.
Rapid here with a nightfall as well. Sound cue's cut away. It's going to be breaking the glass and already in their faces. More. They know that they've got a couple of trails, so that's why the nade's rebounding under, below, sees, connects, but there it is. Nade just wrapping around and collecting onto tuyz. Too much to deal with. Rocket in your face. But yet, eager to really prove his worth. High and mighty now.
You are going to focus on A main.
Possibly some util to set this one up with the Prowler. PRX going to be aware. Nade going wide here. Monyet, no one to cover. cauanzin. Disgusting work, and QCK would have followed through.
Here are the lurkers. 1-3-1 default for PRX. It's on mindfreak or something to try to find timings. The spike dropped. Makes everything way more difficult.
Whoa, what a shot.
Yeah, he does find that opening.
Let's see if this gets work here. Being defended up into mid, crouched, tucked into the corner. That's saadhak. He's essentially alone in this spot. They've doubled up through main. Now he's crouched. He does find that angle and fight. So 1v3 looks just less and less likely. Yeah, it is running. That's a nice one. QCK punishes that one. mindfreak usually going to be the lurking player.
I like that Loud swap it up. Previous round they were playing heavy for mid. Now they're playing heavy for the outsides of the map. And saadhak, he's used the ult there. I'm not exactly sure what pressure that was off, but he certainly thought something was happening.
Did indeed Forsaken. Oh my, looked all the way up. Does cauanzin even expect this? No, he's backing away. Silent jumps up though. I don't think Forsaken knows that he's backed away from the angle. He's waiting for time, honestly, making a lot of noise on both sides of the map. There's a thrash and Monyet just making it feel like it could be presence over towards any direction. The QCK layers down with a volley, but a TP forwards to just get right past it. Divide slunk his way into the site, but can he follow up with this kill here? There's so much going on all over the place.
Yeah, Forsaken lurking through mid, caught though, and now Monyet becomes the other lurker.
25 seconds left. He loses duel at tuyz. Critical one at that. Even no gaps here into the play. Judge right in his face. And
this is what they've settled on.
Hello. Brawl to be taken here. This is an onslaught approaching from every single direction, and nobody can hang on. PRX didn't stand a chance. They're the ones that's supposed to be going for the W gaming.
And such a classic, great idea from Loud. You come out of your opponent's timeout and run a set play to steal the tempo. And they've wiped the floor with PRX.
They're setting it up. Disrespect by something. Look at this guy. He's up onto the angle. Doesn't care that he stand up. Hits it with a second shot. Finally, the second bullet. Dashing in with the satchel. And he's upset the aim entirely. Cauanzin didn't know which way to look, didn't know which way to aim. Opens up the sight now for the plant. His post-plant positions of PRX pretty sublime. Divide falling. Only chances here.
QCK is going to be ulting back in potentially with only an op to work with.
Dropping wall down in his face, Molly. Oh, goodness me. How does that one catch? Everybody's giving this up, it looks like. What is that? Hello. tuyz. Chasing him over extension. Now, I don't think there's any chances. Listen, surely time is running out, but handing these kills just over to him.
And considering the PRX's economy was not amazing to come into this round, these are not fantastic kills to be given in the other direction. But
make a fake play over towards A. Cut away to sound cues. Odin spam spraying through. They are getting absolutely destroyed here. Yes, something managed to win his one, at least through the main angle. Alter now with that showstopper. Wants to send it and let it rip. Rolling Thunder cannot save you away from that one. It's explosive, high-octane action, but an adjustment there. Beautiful by tuyz. Really just expecting that reposition, and it's about catching the tempo and the timings here. Walking right into it, but misses the opportunity. tuyz. Jump spots, gets a bit of additional information.
Good patience, though. Not trying to force the fight in this situation, because they have a player advantage to go for the retake. This is going to take effort from Forsaken and something to clutch this out.
Feels confident enough to use the Thrash here to try and clear his way forwards. Humping up onto the boxes. Forsaken going walkabouts towards tree, leaves it. Now 1v3. QCK's on the flank. Should be unwinnable. Blind as anything. Hasn't given it away though. Still was holding the shift key this entire time, but if he opens himself too wide, QCK's already there. Adjusted, did he see anything? Not too sure. Call being made, jumping down, and there it is.
For some pop flashes through the smoke or this kind of thing, but he's not worried.
Nice shot, tuyz. Expecting it from the high ground angle. QCK. Ball thrown at them. Still, it's back to a multitude of players now, and he's got to try and at least put up that wall to try and prevent them from getting past it. tuyz repositioned, still with the operator, and it's PRX who are the ones who aren't coming up with really any of the appropriate answers. Double smokes out to try and get themselves into position, but it's being spammed with the rifle at work. Hopes and dreams placed onto the end of the barrels. To just contact in through A. And it's an open site, it's a free site. It seems to be a bit of a read. Look at them, they're just fast on the approach. Maybe just hearing those sound cues out towards tree, but it closed the door in their faces. A bit of stray damage. saadhak is going to be safe though. Safe and sound, able to get that plant down.
They need reinforcements quickly. Their PRX are apt to flood defend. cauanzin the less is still really far away.
Pause in the play, a bit of a break in the timing, at least taking Monyet still with that nade. Now, does he choose to use it? Fragment. First wave of it being used out. Here it sends it. Paranoia go flying along with the Dizzy. Swarming into the side. Yeah, 3 players into hell. Anything to clear this one. Might have to just jump in. It's a beautiful smoke. tuyz is using it to just divide up this site as well, and it's making it more than difficult. Damn difficult. Have on a defuse. Might make a difference. PRX, mindfreak going forward. Right click. Away. An absolute bundle differential. Something running. A mockery. Yeah, of course it's PRX.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Look at that thing. It shoots different.
Sale numbers up.
Slowly contact re-clear this area, which is a serious gamble, but they have called the bluff of PRX perfectly. What a read.
Not sure who that is on the team. Give it to saadhak for now. Nade into the corner. Divide almost getting spammed down, losing his life. But here we are. Another close plant situation. Loud will be getting this plant down with no real pushback.
Don't put 3 in hell again, though.
No, probably not. Playing up close, though. QCK in front of the smoke.
Careful now.
Only laid down. Backing away. Now, PRX did use a lot of that util just in the beginning of that round, so I don't know how much they've got now for this retake attempt. The weaponry's not too ideal either, but Dizzy does the work. 3 revealed and suppressed out there. Forsaken is just in their faces now. Still trying to double up into hell.
Against the judges.
Just pushing them back as well, and there's just random spam and spraying through. PRX, man! Running them through! And still now they're sticking on! Broken! Destroyed in the process. Man's there, ready to try and pick up the pieces of this fight, but carries it.
Exact opposite side of the map. He's so aggressive with the op.
Just takes it to him. And that's because Loud, you know, they're waiting for these right timings. And they think that they're ready for it. I mean, they're holding that with a lot of players. But something just too quick with it, man. Too quick with it. 8 rebounds close to the corner. That's Monyet hoping to catch a player that might have just repositioned there. On a knife just to run away. Oh, he does it better than anybody.
Divide does not have a paranoia to play off here. He's got to rely on the Thrash.
Yeah, he's using the Thrash to try to set this up here. Good return on the fire there from saadhak. Gets the trade off at least. Attainment into the corner, so it's slowed them down once more. But 50 seconds left into the round. No prior map control here for Loud.
Yeah, they've stacked everything in a fight over towards A main. They're losing it, and now PRX have 3 players ready to collect.
Deep orb. Placed by less. Trying to use this to try and get themselves into position. That spam, the spray, a few stray bullets, TP forwards into the mix of things. But listen, Monyet inside the smoke, Loud paving the way forwards here. It's brute force, it seems to be the name of the game, but only one player will stand. saadhak the IGL.
Many flashes to try to push him off the line.
So to try and defend the line as well. Bit of Odin spam and spray through. Jumping spot, you do not survive that apparently. It's a nice attempt and a nice clear runs, but still, as they're trying to swarm the positions, they're getting absolutely pounded with artillery. Lesto. 1 HP, man, 1 HP. And maybe more than a dream. He's managed to bring this to a 2v2. Doesn't have the spike though, that was dropped down a little bit earlier.
Look how bold Forsaken is. He just jumped up on the same spot with a classic in hand. Tuyz? He's seen it!
Just altered up there and he just sees him crouched.
That's unreal!
Knee or an elbow, I'm not too sure, but it just pokes out here. Monyet, it's on the other side of the map.
And he's thinking, how on earth have my team lost this? What's going on?
There's no shot. I mean, less, of course, being a difference maker. Now, they don't know where Monyet is.
They have no idea. And PRX are the kind of team to over-rotate a little on defense, so they assume that he's close.
30 seconds
Now
left.
Monyet's wondering, well, where have they gone? Because if they were just on B, surely they would have got the plant down.
Incredibly winnable with how low these 2 players are for Monyet.
He could kill them both with 1 nade.
Exactly. The nade, and not just that, went away from the showstopper for he really wanted to try and seal the deal. Here it is. He's got a lot to clear here, but maybe gifted yet. Bit of that information. Pulls out the rifle, expecting the re-swing. Both the players are towards the back of the site now. A smoke. Drop down, classic out. Thinks twice against it, thinks second against it. Boombot forwards, that's gonna have to be broken. Nade, rebounds, out wide, and now he's just firing. Here's the rocket, talked about it earlier. Pre-fires in the corner, but he guesses incorrectly. And now he's left wondering, which way is tuyz? How did he reposition? Time, ticking, ticking, shortly getting away from him. He thinks he's behind the boxes. A miscon perhaps away from it. The weaker buy, Forsaken. How much is he really gonna be able to do here with a runner back facing him? QCK going to be making sure to clear all the available corners. Has a bit of util to set him up. Knife out. 1 to the cranium. Does drop that one. Here we go. Second go of things. Forsaken doing quite well in that position there, but only going even here. 4 versus 4, but he has more time for the fast rotate.
And everybody on Loud playing on-site post plants. You know, even if Loud are able to get this, PRX can make it extremely expensive just by holding B main and the defense spawn.
Being cleared out now. Smoke propped up. Pre-firing up to the sky. Expecting Dizzy. cauanzin though, now defaulting over towards the foul line. Using that util to try and delay, but you are right, this could get pricey very, very quickly. Dizzy, broken. In there with the protocols, and now it is Loud to realize they have to really just barrel their way through this one. They are being penned in here with the guns. Should be favored.
Pulls that. They're going to be running into the pit, I would imagine.
Drop down, knife, spam into the corner. Mindfreak already dropped down to 50. Never mind, he's dead.
He's gone.
Finished. Dealt with.
And now, to be honest, Loud have no reason to immediately go into a B site hit. Right? They know that PRX are very fast on defensive rotations. They cleared out Gelato early. Loud can just pump the brakes here and allow PRX to spread out a little bit around the map, or even force them into making a play that they can punish.
No command. Smoke off the timing for it, just trying to block off B main here. Molly sent flying into the smokes available here, ready with the spam. Damage being done. saadhak barely alive, but does return the fire. Forsaken still.
What a
tucked
spot.
into the side. Yeah, but not going to be clear potentially, but faced by too many targets in opposition. This time storming into the site. It's going to be gained for them with that territory. Loud now reload. The Odin, 2 players left alive here. Monyet though has got us back to all the available players. Flash is really quite excellent, peeking through it.
PRX are realizing that. 3 hits coming through.
And here it is, rolling thunder. That will be a large
Divide dodged it.
I did dodge it, but there's a one-way smoke into his face. At least they deal with that, run it back. Divide, does he seek to try and disrespect this timing? Out and through, yes. The PRX players still holding their ground and basically rooted in place. And Les is now going to offload the pit to try and get them through. This is a call.
This is an amazing ult if you're planning to rotate and maybe split or go over to B. It's not that great for going into site, but it keeps a lot of players on site.
Using a nightfall. 2 tags. Here and out, Prowler sent straight through tree, wondering if that split's coming through, but now with 40 seconds, Loud are happy to wait this one out, but which direction are they going to take it towards? A seems like the likely contender.
They've smoked for a B split though, so Forsaken's worried.
30 seconds left.
He's had to watch and peel himself away. Top of mid, eyes onto it, Monyet. Paranoia settling in. Devi inside the smoke wants to rule that position and take names away from them.
What?
Picked up. He's right behind them.
What?
What is that kind of play? Still, heads are falling and so are the bodies. Toppling down. Time working against them now over the top and running around. The ultimate, something. Wall up in his face, contact plays, and he's out of there. Backing away, covering fire from Forsaken. Making sure the evacuation goes off without a hitch. Walking straight into the line of sight. It's something who's sniping them away in precision across the board for PRX. Wiping out the opposition.
Awesome round. This has really turned the tables. It's only cauanzin left alive. They know where he is. Trapped in a corner. He's going to have to duel 4 players to be able to get out of here.
Util in the stun.
He's just stuck.
Now there is no contact for this kind of play, so he's going to be backing away to the site and gives up control of tree.
With all of this noise, something's getting on a more aggressive line, so if they try to go back into a B split, it's going to be difficult.
Clear, just can't quite land the bullets. No way, this is overzealous potentially. Perhaps, maybe over-aggressive, but they're not expecting it still. They've sucked up that space right back away from them. Saadhak, the sole survivor of that position into tree, lays down the nade, but there's no follow-up. Flash now to re-peek. It's a nice one, at least to try and cook up on the fly, but PRX are on, and that's counter spam again. Les is trying to play it himself with the ult, and they're disrespecting him.
The same plays working out again for PRX. It's like they just run back the highlights of the previous rounds.
That's just insanity.
Forsaken spamming, as far as I can tell, the exact same line, and this time, Les goes down, something's feasting.
Little to no chance for Loud now. This map 1 is going to be sealed up nice and pretty with a bow on top of it. For PRX, all the right adjustments at all the right time, but fuel to the fire just running out for Loud as well with his composition. They are struggling ever since they haven't been able to get those ults online, but Wingman sends him out flying. Quite connect, cauanzin seeking to try and pivot, but he can't break the door in time, has to reload too on top of this, and already something is there. Following the sound cues, jiggle it out, baits out the op shot at least, but right into the judge. Now Forsaken, trapped in the corner, but it matters not. It's a 1v5, it would have to be the play of 2 years' career to stand even a chance in hell. And for PRX, a leisurely walk is what it feels like. Happy and secure in the knowledge that they are just setting sail into the sunset, happy as anything.
Immediately takes some mid-control. The clashing tiles.
Yeah, they're just trying to fight them, they're watching for it.
Tuyz. I think he got a collat there with the ghost onto Devi and Monyet.
A ridiculous beginning here. Now they can expect mindfreak, who's worked his way in. He's thinking twice about it now. Backs himself into market. What a beginning. I mean, the smoke deep down, not expecting that tile's aggression there. That just comes down to a game of chance.
Yeah. PRX are so happy to opt into the variance that is ever present in this game, and hope that it works out in their favor. The smoke there to try to block off certain sight lines coming from bottom mid. But as you say, they just had no idea that Loud were going to run a pistol, which also involved them charging towards mid through tiles.
They want to take the fight straight to him, try and earn a few more of these ults, less onto the corner.
It's a good idea for QCK.
Like there could be that presence into mid.
Les completely alone here. He's going to get overwhelmed. And now PRX are going to understand that this was fake pressure early on over towards A. So saadhak's got to accelerate. They've got to get into the B site. But you've always got to be worried with PRX. Is there still one player hanging around this area? It's going to slow them down slightly.
That's why they're clearing it. Due diligence. Showcase, drone through as well, making sure they're into the back of the site. players, though. Deep flash. Along with that, I mean, a Dizzy, a wingman, everybody collided and collected into that deep corner here, but it just don't have the weaponry to really nail them. The paranoia was fantastic, and maybe more so. One player to stand. It's tuyz on 1 HP. Smoking onto the spike. It's turned just like that. Wall up, Devi blocking it. Has to be broken here, but a reload for tuyz now, and he's so low that it just feels like he can't get the spam bullets on, spraying through, just needs one to really hit and connect. It's not happening! It's a massacre, Thrifty. Level of awareness.
And Forsaken also with pretty decent awareness on the other side, even though that one-way missed.
Yeah, into this corner, he's really stuck here. There's no repositioning, they've overwhelmed them. Doesn't matter about the superior weaponry. Has to be that refight, the re-peek as well, a little bit. Just wrangling the beast that is their rifles. Aftershock can't be walking too far into this one. Dodging of the flash, Dizzy up into the air, but saadhak, he's taking a fight straight to them, and now frustration really showing. Dodging at the timing, no! The dart just revealed!
Back on track. There's that same smoke to try to deny.
Oh my goodness, you're joking. You're joking.
And it gets cauanzin down
Not again,
with
that's
the
spike dropped. And they've gained control and ground and another kill. You cannot be doing this to me now. I'm telling you, the MasterCard representatives will be very happy, but it's not exactly the most picture-perfect Valorant that we've ever seen here. Wingman alerting the presence, at least to know now that a few loud players are here. Spike's still dropped down, but it's coordinated off, and they've obtained those rifles, and they're using them to great success. Now, I'm going to really just brute force their way through. They've gathered the spike up, but listen, they're just spamming it through. One left to stand, saadhak. You can't overcome it.
True roller coaster of emotions. Now, cauanzin's trying to get Tiles to use this vault line that goes sideways and covers both sides, and they use it to pick off something. So once again, Bren, the team with worse utilities winning it out.
Okay.
I say worse utility, I scrambled my words. I meant worse weaponry. The utility was fantastic. But that's cauanzin trying to get that deep Tiles position, and this time no one from PRX punishes him for it. It's just a game of playing over various different areas of map control and a little bit of gambling of where PRX want to fight.
CK will lead the charge here, making sure all the areas are cleared. Into the side, cauanzin dart into a deep position. An attempt of a timing by mindfreak is immediately punished. 2 left to stand, 2 left to fight. PRX. What have they got in them? Yeah, really wide face there, and he's just going to get beamed down straight through the wall. Devi does have the money to make a go of this, but does he really still opt into it?
The thing is, their economy's still in a good spot because we've just been sent through the tombola machine. You never know what's coming out the other side, and we're all getting shaken up and down.
Backside position, though, quickly. Devi is going to be swarmed from this position. Molly at the feet, dropping down, and then on top of it. I mean, Devi loves to play on top of this here. Great flash. Taken, rattles off a few bullets, lets them know his presence. Knife's going to be sent into the opposite direction there with 2 tags. They seek to try and make a go of this one here. Pop Flash plays the Hunter's Fury at his back to set it up, and then we're in anti-flash position. Okay, so Loud have the protocols to deal with that. Themselves now into this site. Will they choose to use any more ultimates? A bit of random spray once more by Devi. It's that Phantom at play, at work.
30 seconds left.
It's a bit of chip damage, but nothing really more to show for it, and here it is.
4 players blinded!
There, big one with the Dizzy on top of it. Rolling Thunder now has to be committed thrash. Slow to a crawl. Les is a monster in this spot. This particular position, and any attempt here, they just want to barrel over the smoke position.
Saved it for the post plant, came out to the good. Now cauanzin.
Man free position. Always trying to tuck himself up onto the box here. Are they even going to be aware of it? Through slow orb at their feet. cauanzin, a few random bullets. He might think it's cleared. It's not. Patience played to perfection here by mindfreak. Might be looking for a few more still. He's dropped down to 2 of them. Devi has a gun of his own now, ready for the spray through, ready for the spray down, revealed. Tucks to the corner, sidearm out and wide, but Les will put him down and put him to rest here, dodging to the flash, but he's got a lot to overcome now. Positioning flipped around, weaponry handed over. Discipline honed and ready, showcased by PRX. Now listen, the spike is on Les's side, but he's going to have no opportunity to really get a free plan off here. Molly down, running through it, Monyet, and there it is. Round 1, they know it, tucked to the corner, something. Recognizing the win conditions, guess what? Never massacre thrifty.
Yeah, and also, it pays off for mindfreak. Now Loud, change up the pace.
Oh my goodness. It's PRX taking a fight straight to them. Yeah, Loud opted into that pace increase. They wanted to try and fight it. It ends up them being punished. One-way smoke as well. This is just sharpness on display.
That's wild. That caught me completely off guard. I mean, Loud have been playing such slow defaults to start these rounds off. Focused on A main control, but not that fast. Forsaken almost caught a timing. Surely will.
With the gun, yeah, sticking wide and out. Tap, tap, tap with the AD. Yes, tuyz survives the duel and encounter. Has the spike in his hands, but he'd have to do a lot more than that to make this winnable, especially when he's on 8 HP.
And I'm not exactly sure what the read was there for saadhak in this round, but PRX have been fighting with 2 or 3 players every single time over towards A main. I think you've got to start trying to take space in the early round somewhere else on the map. You can go back and late re-clear with the fault line or the drone, but I think trying to just run in and take that fight straight up is going to be so...
Up for mid, face wide, doubled up in the high-low, but no casualties or kills. Yet Divide, he's making a go of it, he's making a mess of it. I mean, cauanzin who puts him to rest.
Yeah, the Mosh got a kill, and saadhak's just sticking the orb right in the middle of all of these guys' faces.
Oh, in. Oh, no.
Wait!
What? What's going on?
That's wild. Just hoping that he would find another player involved. cauanzin sprays down too, but something gets the response. And it's all left.
Pressure will work against him. Spike is dropped down into no man's land.
If something gives him a free kill, though, this is winnable.
That's how the clutch really begins. Fast play again. Deep molly, deep dart, flash into the corner. Monyet's here with the judge. No clearance. No clearance. It's starting to get sloppy. It's starting to get sloppy indeed. And guess what? Exactly where a team like PRX thrives. Pound for pound, this team, they were born and bred in the chaos. And they're showcasing exactly why you can never underestimate this squad still.
Ultimate is ready.
Yeah. Walks straight into it. tuyz again brought into essentially an unwinnable scenario.
Another round, another Loud player
Surrounded.
in a 1vx, completely surrounded.
Eager though for a challenge here. How's your reaction time, son? Flashes on flashes. Paranoia to meet their match. And a deep dart as well that's not going to be accounted for. Hunter's Fury though tucks into it, gets the connection, gets the collision course straight into these players. And Monyet does a decent job of just avoiding it. Dodging, ducking, weaving, but not enough there. And a repeat with the Outlaw. Something has something to say. On a reload online, shock darts though, jumping around the punish, and they're out wide.
Anticipated it though.
For mid.
Tiles, flash
For
mid.
Monyet's here already, forwards in the approach, and he is set up with that util. Run it back, dealt with, and dropped immediately. These ults just tumbling before our very eyes here. The deep hit into B main.
It is a great read though from Les. He realizes that if they're fighting over mid, they can't be doing their normal A setup. So he takes this timing into elbow. There is a chance that a bullet could find the back of something's head here.
Yeah, he's not watching for it, and so he will be falling. Flatlined to the side, and a sight gains now for Les. Going to be calling for the rotate and the pivot. Smokes.
He could drop a pit.
Falling down, he certainly could, and really turn this into more than a winnable spot with tuyz in that late lurk player, dropping like flies. 2v3 here. Loud have a massive advantage here with the pit, with the rolling thunder. Really just letting it loose and letting it rip here. Sky high, that's Divide. He's going to be flying forwards and won't be able to withstand any sort of pressure there, leaving it just to mindfreak now.
mindfreak's been good at catching tuyz in all of these previous.
Backs away with the TP, off-angle approach now with the Paranoia, sent flying onto the left-hand side. tuyz still not accounted for. QCK just trying to back him up as well as bail him out, and they are just collecting all sorts of kills, but the damage done through the wall, not enough to collect the kill onto Divide.
Too far forward and not playing great angles. Pushing themselves into spots where they couldn't quite get it. Overextending to deal with Divide. saadhak shocks himself on the corner, but does pick up the kill.
Getting flustered, perhaps. Okay, there eventually with the reset of the aim. Les, a 1v3. Seen magic.
He's done damage, but he can't get through this wall. It's so powerful on the pistol, on both sides.
Right there.
For the retake,
Right there.
to block off angles in the post. It's such a nice addition to the KO Gecko comp that a lot of teams have been looking at.
Look at this, too much to clear really for Les. Big man in his face, follow through with the bullets. No kill collected, but he does have too much to do. Already the time's getting away from him. Look at PRX. Stanced up, holding their ground. So unorthodox on this map. Early Thrash. Used to set up here, out towards A.
But a fake. in terms of where the pressure's actually coming from.
Yeah, I mean, he did have the spike on him, but the rest of his team now working into mid. Pop flash, wall up. Hearing all this noise, hearing all these sounds, but you can't survive it past the box. A call is made though. Loud want to commit into this fight. I'm going to commit heavily out wide. Miscommunication perhaps. Something drops down as well, forced into the spectator's seat with the spike drop down. It's a favoured situation for Loud now.
They have spike. Very difficult to retrieve. If Monyet gets another smoke online, which he does, he just sneaks in, sneaks out, and now all of Loud are in a pretty rough spot. Have got tons of time to try to reposition into a spot where they can upend the player disadvantage.
Miles away. PRX seeking to try and fight them deep into these angles. Now Loud already for it with those protocols. Monyet left alone to his devices. Only the Spectre in his hands. It would have to be a miracle. It would have to be mistakes to be made. Lester and his composure. In through mid now. Deep knife going to be landing into market. Wall through. Broken immediately. Couple of shots sprayed out. Can't quite break it though. Monyet could really be that insurance player now. Coming out from the back, here's the rotation. QCK collects him. Quick on it with the trigger. Now we see it, players lit up like a beacon. Something only the one instant trade. Something Forsaken just trying to play in tandem with each other, but they are overwhelming them. Mindfreak towards the back. Less is dodging and weaving, gliding across the floor. He finds it now, leaving it to Devi. Time ticking away. What is the call here? Tapping again, this time less sticking, not making the same mistake as the prior game.
Loud are mostly playing B for retake here. Not going to have any way of being able to challenge this.
Inside the market, Dizzy. What's that connection there onto QCK? So it looks like the wall is intact. Wasn't able to spam it down in time. Forsaken. Tux. Side by side, wants to play together now. Him and something here. Running back forwards, facing with it. The flash is not connecting here. Less from the back, feeling really the heat and the pressure, but cauanzin seeks to relieve it. And now back into the action and the fight. Rolling from the committed. You're not getting away with that one, Monyet. Tried to TP to evacuate and escape the ire. Still after shock. Plenty of util left. Where that come from? mindfreak. 2 on the table now, 2 left to go. Dropping down, knows they're not on it. Peeking through, another tap will force mindfreak out into the open. cauanzin really seeking to deny this one, not half! Running him down! mindfreak!
They're going to hit a fairly weak site. 30 seconds on the clock.
Orb rebounding, 2 years chance to play spoiler. But no, he's out of there, so. I'm sticking around to find out with this one. Hunter's Fury to try and deny this one. Plans will be disrupted. Flash up into the air. It's actually a nasty one as well. Connected onto a multitude of players. Now the plant and the pit all layered down onto the site. This does make it difficult. Toxic screen going to be covering pretty much the entirety of the field.
No way of really using these flash players to retake in this spot.
Absolutely. Paranoia though. Monyet going to be using this one nice and early. Still holding for the shotgun. Molly at your feet. mindfreak going to be pushed out to the open, and he is the critical player. Has to dodge and duck and weave away from these bullets. Led just flying straight past him as they're trying to attempt to clear through. Look at the orb placement on high. 2 years. He's got so much more to do from this position. He just doesn't have enough info to really work with. Disastrous here for Loud. With the fact
teams, look at this. Another boost play coming out from PRX.
Oh! It's disgusting.
They were innovating with that over towards A. And they do it again, very reminiscent of when they first brought out the Sage Comp on Pearl. Bait out the fights here from QCK and tuyz. And this tower is coming crumbling down, making a fool of Lester boot.
It's pure whimsy. Smiles on the faces as they're having it. I mean, they have brought this. There with a knife. What's
He's so
the call
fast.
now for PRX?
He's so fast.
Monyet doesn't care, man. Disrespectful in nature. Back though of the head. Flipped up by cauanzin as he does seek out that trade, and he will be granted it. Now to Thrash though. Set this one up forwards here, still slow, seeking to reposition. cauanzin lays down the law and potentially gives them a fighting chance.
Can he be the hero just when his team needs it? One more onto Forsaken, important, and he takes it.
Good control.
4K in the round.
Something drops him though, no ace to be really looked for. Something pulling this out of seemingly nowhere. 1v1 and Loud. Desperation, QCK knows the position, throws the molly, flash round dodge, juked, avoided, QCK! I've seen, you know, when Loud's back is up against the wall, Les tends to take matters into his own hands. mindfreak taken out. They still have the res online for this one, but Devi, with him falling, no longer available.
The reaction from PRX, looking to try to hoover up this B control. Given that Les was peeking over towards market,
Straight in
it's empty.
Dizzy committed by something. He's looking to see if he can get himself onto the deeper line. You don't expect that. Drops it. 3 versus 3 now. The knife attack. Info gathered. At least that they know that Les is going to be there, but he's already playing now. High-low setup. The rest of his team out wide here. Something going for the peak. Going for the peak! Catches it in the perfect timing. A bullet to the chest with the IGL down and deleted. 2 left standing. Les. Again, heroics are necessary. And it has to be coming out swinging, traded. 1 to stand, 2 years to do the most. A fake with the TP, a paranoia evaded and dodged and juked, but a crossfire setup, it's too strong, it's too damn strong, and PRX seal it away.